Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Sorcery. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as we continue looking around this ziggurat sort of thing over here that we are in. Yes, last episode we fought a serpent that was really hard to kill without losing too much stamina, and I repeated the battle twice, and on my third attempt, because I repeated it twice, on my third attempt, I managed to not lose any stamina. Although we did lose stamina from climbing up the stairs, but that was okay. Let's go in here. This is the Temple of Korag, or Korgag, or whatever. It's a nice, Korga, yeah, that's the one. And so it's a nice god that we must ask for a lot of things and give money to and just praise. At the far end of the hallway, 4 large stone gargoyles of winged demons, yes, watch over the shrine from the mounts high up in the caves, in the eaves. Oh, that's another thing. Guarding the altar, on which a gigantic idol squats, Korga himself. It is a life-sized version of the model of Korga you saw in the abandoned house yesterday. Okay, I don't really have any choice. Let's go on in. You walk up towards the altar across a richly patterned carpet. Something about it gives you pause. Its surface is decorated with white symbols that seem too deliberate to be accidental. I'm gonna cast a spell here, and I'm gonna use the one that I like the most, which is not the sus, because it takes sus takes 3, I think. Sense danger. I don't want that. I want the zap. No, don't want that. Zen. That's levitation. Why would I want levitate? Huh. I find a path. That's the path is the one I want. What's the one? Fall? No, that's for float in the air. Yeah, that would solve the issue right there, I think. But I kind of want to, if I could get the one that I want. How? Yeah, it's how. It's to find a way. Yeah, find safe passage. You cast the spell. A voice enters your head, telling you there are 2 exits from the temple. One is the door behind you, and the other is in the floor in front of you. But it does not say long enough to tell you where exactly. So we got the circles, or the spirals, or the stars. I'm gonna avoid the circles because I think that's the trick. You walk up to the altar, stepping carefully around the circle in the carpet. You reach the altar steps without incident. Yeah, that was easy. Although there's a... I don't want to go there. I want to go over here. Yeah. Although there's an exit. He talks? Apparently he talks, or it has an inscription on top of it. Holy crap, it looks weird. You stand before the idol, a fat statue set with gems and curious pockmarked features. Above its head is a plaque that bears an inscription that reads, "Our Korga face you, kiss a cross, and finish with this lips for a answer to your questions. You must you must what? Let's read it. Oh, okay, it's on Korga's face, you kiss a cross, and finish with the lips. For answers to your questions, you must not, else he spits. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. I like that rhyme. You step nervously up the steps until you are below the statue. You consider the idol. It is the same as the statuette in the abandoned house, except that had blue dots painted on its 2 eyes. Its third eye is the forehead, and on its lips. Wait a minute. Painted what? You consider the idol. It's the same as statuette in the Pana house. Yeah, I remember. Except that had blue dots painted on its 2 eyes, and its third eye in the forehead, and on its lips. It doesn't actually have a third eye, does it? I think not. I think it's just, the place of the third eye or whatever. So I need to end with the lips. I need to look at my clues, or I need to look at what I read before. Let's look at the items here. Go into clues, and then we have what we need. Sleepless ram, Vic for portable traps are circular. Vic uses the 3 eyes. Okay, there it is. The god may be able to help you search. His ritual involves his 3 eyes: the left eye, the right eye, and the third eye in his forehead. I know that. And then I must kiss the mouth. So left eye, right eye, and third eye. So left eye, let me see. Yeah, I think that would be like a cross. Yeah, it is. It says right there. It said right there that it is a cross. On Korga's face, you kiss a cross. Left eye. So, of course, you need to know where to start. And I think... Didn't we know where to start? Didn't we read where to start? I think we did. I'm pretty sure we did. Got Korga. Spell line. So, Korga's eyes. His ritual involves his 3 eyes. Left, right, and third eye in his forehead. And then the mouth. Okay, but we did read about that. But I don't remember. I think I'm gonna risk it. And if something terrible happens, I'm gonna reload. Because I'm pretty sure it's either the left or the right. Or the... Because it must be a cross. So it must be either the left or the right. And I would say that it's the left. So let's go ahead and let's kiss the idol. You stand on tiptoes and lean in, preparing to kiss the statue. But where? Does the humming in the temple seem to be getting louder? I could pray for guidance, but I'm pretty sure... Holy crap, that's easy. Let's go with the left eye first. First, you place a kiss on the idol's left eye. Next, you kiss the right eye. You hear something flickering in the upper levels of the temple. And then you kiss the idol's forehead. Lean over and kiss the idol's forehead. And then the lips. Finally, you lean low and kiss the idol's lips. As you straighten once more, you see the idol's eye flick open. A soft light issues from its mouth. Stranger, you are not of my faith, whispers the god, and yet you have completed my ritual. How can that be? I have used my wits. The god laughs softly. My brother Pashna is the god of thieves and tricksters, but you are in my temple today. I will answer 3 questions, if you have the questions to ask. You take a moment to think over everything you have learned and not learned about the North spell, but you have only learned very few of the line of spells. Okay, can I ask, like... Tell me the spell for the gate. You command, hoping for the god's aid. I cannot tell you the spell, Korga replies after a long and mysterious pause. Only the nobles know. Molus, Shinva, Theta, and Lorag. The last of these is a follower of Korga, and his line is tumblers 2 sealed deep inside. Find the others and the spell will be yours. Okay. The spell lines are listed in the keys. Yes, I know. The god waits for your next question. Okay, so how can I find Lord Theta? This is actually good because I got one, and then I get another one. I got another spell line right there, right? Tumblers 2 sealed deep inside. That's the spell line right there. So, how can I find Lord Theta? You ask, bowing your head. The god murmurs to himself. Lord Theta is now blind and begging in a ruined part of the city. But know this, he does not want to be found. Okay, and what about Lord Molus? You ask the god in a reverential tone. The second noble has been dead for a long time, Korga replies softly. Although he does not stay dead. He moves around the lower parts of the city, a half-decayed, half-animated corpse. A great silence descends across the room, and then the god speaks once more. Now, he intones, I have a question for you. You have completed my ritual. Do you wish to enter my worship? So, maybe. What sort of god are you? Korga seems to almost smile. I am the god of grace, he replies. There are few as generous as I. So I wish it. Korga is now our god. That's pretty awesome. Very good, Korga intones. There is a moment of quiet humming, and that rolls around the temple until it becomes almost too much to bear. Then a moment later, you feel the god's presence inside you. My aid comes with no price. There is a condition. You must act graciously enough to receive it. A great sense of well-being floods your body. You turn and head out to the temple door. Okay, I have now found 3 new clues, and other clues have been updated. Okay, so let's see. There's no aid Korga might give you now, even if you would choose to. Oh yeah, he can't. Korga is the god of grace. He is bountiful, generous, and full of great cheer, but he does not approve of ill will or evil doing. Okay, I'll keep that in mind then. Seems like we have a god to appease. So it seems a pretty good, reasonable, and normal thing. So that's not the keys. Where's the keys? Where's the keys? There they are. Okay. So we got Lorag's spell line and Shinva's. So 1 lock made of Golem's hide. 2 tumblers sealed deep inside. I clicked that twice. Yeah, I just double clicked. Yeah, right there. Can I triple click it? I can. Quadruple click it? Holy crap! Can I click it until forever? No, I could click that okay, five times. That seems good enough. Let's see. Clues. Okay, 4 nobles know the spell. So I need 4 nobles. Lord Senses is the first noble. I don't need to find this guy. Lord Theta can be found blind and begging the ruins of the fallen quarter of the city. So Lord Shiva is the 5th noble, but he's dead and buried in the necropolis where his ghost... I know where he is, I've been there. 2nd noble Molas is a corpse. Has been cursed and is now a living corpse who torments the citizens of Carey. But where? Let me see what this guy said. Because he said something. The 2nd noble is long dead, although he does not stay dead. He moves around the lower part of the city. Okay, so I need to remember that. We don't really have any choice here. Let's get out of here. Actually, let me zoom back to see where I need to go. There it is, and let's go. Oh boy, that's a long path. That's a long path right there. Okay, we're out. You are back by the opening of in the temple. Okay, can I climb to the top? That'll be an interesting thing. Oh, damn it. You turn back to the steps and climb higher, all the way up to the top of the ziggurat. Night has fallen. Stars spread across the sky in a peaceful repose that bellies, or belies? I think it's bellies. Their true nature, warring spirits, tussling for control of the world below. Let's look at the view. You look out across the city. In the far distance, you see torches in the woods towards the north gate. Looking back, you see the lights of Carey coming on, and the shouts of revelers, drunk, and nighttime thieves. Look at the stars. With your head tilted back, you can see more stars than you ever have seen in the city. Perhaps you are above the level of the lights and the smog and the dust, or perhaps more stars choose to cluster here around this sacred site. If you were a true mage, and not a mere sorcerer, who knows what spells one could weave at a spot like this. The icy wind chills you to the bone. Let's try to fashion a spell. You lean back and look up, trying to recognize the stars from your studies. Let's cast a spell if I can. See what manner of spell I have. I don't have that many. I got P, T, and L. Let's go with the P. I got U, E, and A. I got Buck, Unknown. Burr. Oh. Oh, this is so awesome! If only I knew. If only I knew. Tack. Tar. I think I know this one. Tar. It's weird. It might not be... Oh, wait a minute. I only have... Oh, I can create a spell. So, yeah, I have 3... Oh, okay. Tar exists. Tar exists. This one exists as well, I believe. Let's go. You fashion the stars into alignment and the enchantment is created. You feel a tingling sensation in your wrist and you look down to see flashing sparks in your palm that flicker different colors. For a moment, gold, then white, then black. Gold, white, and black. Let's close my fist. You flex your fingers ready to grip the sparks, which begins to flash faster and faster. Perhaps the shade of spark is important. Will you grab a certain color or trust of chance? I believe it is the gold one. I think this is stealing. I mean, it makes sense that it would be stealing, right? For take. We got green sparks as well? Let's go with the gold ones. You close your fist. The sparks are hot in your hand, but the pain fades quickly. And when you reopen your fist, you find you are now holding a gold-backed mirror. The sparks and the spell itself are gone. You have found one of the secret spells of the Temple of Korga. The view is quite wondrous, but your journey beckons. You start the long climb back down the ziggurat once more. Hopefully I won't lose more stamina, because this thing is terrible. You return to the opening in the temple. Let's keep going. You climb back down. The climb back down is easier going. Halfway down, you pause to rest. Let's climb back down. You have seen enough. You climb quickly back down the steps, and retrace your steps to the fork in the road. Oh, that was pretty awesome. That was pretty awesome. I love that. I don't know what the mirror is for, but we found things. The mud underfoot is stamped with footprints, and in between them, the prints of many paws. Yeah, it's the Goblin Army. I don't want to go there. I need to go back there. Don't tell me this is supposed... Don't tell me this is just telling me when I replay the game that I need to find that guy. Is that it? I think that's gonna be it. Let's see. You walk between clawing trees and thick bushes. The north gate is finally in sight. You can see its imposing, ornately carved wooden doors over the top of the guard huts and low buildings that lie at the far end of this road. Let's look at the guard huts. You pause to watch the guard huts. They seem quite still. One has a hole in its roof. Weed grows through the chimney of another. Are they abandoned? But between here and there is a long road, lined by thick and gloomy trees, a patch of wild forest like you haven't seen in the hill since the hills. Let's go cautiously. You make your way slowly forward, trying to ensure your feet do not crunch too loudly on the gravel. Something catches your eye, movement in the shadows on both sides of the road. Torchlight. Let's keep this is gonna be bad. I'm gonna keep going. You charge forward undeterred. You have not come this far to be stopped now, but the creatures in the bushes disagree. With a growl, one leaps out, a wolf clad in tight metal armor. No, a werewolf. It sniffs the air. It has caught your stink. Come on. The foul air of the sewers will still clings to your clothes and hair. No matter, you have defeated werewolves before. Have I? Wait for what happens? What can I do here? Let's ready my sword. You move to draw your sword from its sheath, ready to spill the werewolf's blood. But just as the last moment you freeze, one werewolf you could probably defeat with your blade, but suddenly there are more. 10, 20, 30 werewolves spat down from the shadows onto the path, forming an arc in front of you. You sheathe your sword, showing you mean no challenge to them. The werewolves press a little closer, but they do not attack. Then a man steps out from the tree line. Who goes there? He demands. Friend or foe? Friend of whom? Oh, no. Damn it. Then you are a foe, the man laughs softly. With a swift movement of his hand, he gestures to his dogs. They bound forward, two catching your wrists in slavering jaws, holding them tightly but firmly. One flicker of my finger, he says, and you'll never lift so much as a fork again. Now give me a straight answer. Are you with us or against us? I'm gonna die. I don't understand what you're asking. You're a stranger in the city, perhaps, he says. The man nods thoughtfully. You're a late recruit to our cause. Well, it isn't too late. The fee to join us is... He pauses a moment and he sizes up what you're worth. For you, 31 gold pieces. Okay. You nod, indicating the pouch at your waist. The man takes it and counts out his sum. Vic for first noble, he says with a deep nod. With that, he whistles to his wolves and sweeps away into the night. You breathe a heavy sigh of relief. Was that really... I just lost everything. But I don't think that was... I think that's just a reset button right there. Meant to take away all my money. Because, you know, he said exactly the amount of money I had. 4 nobles know the spell. What's the clue I got? Vic. Man named Vic runs several businesses in... Was he CD? Was he Vic? Okay, maybe it was. I don't mind the gold too much. I'm okay with that. I mean, I haven't had the chance to use it, so who cares? Let's go on in. I don't know what's going to happen. You have reached the north gate. The ground before it is wide and clear, and lit by blazing torches set into the... Excuse me. Set into, brackets either side of the enormous sealed doors. Should there be archers hiding in the shadows, they would have a clear sight on you. Off to one side is a well, but there is no other cover. You don't know all the spell lines, of course, but perhaps the gate will open to a dop spell after all. Let's wait and watch. You wait in the shadows and watch. If the guards are patrolling, you should be able to learn their patterns, but strangely, there seems to be no guards here at all. Perhaps because the gate is locked. No one bothers to guard it anymore? Let's try it over to the gate. Throwing caution to the wind, you step out of the shadows and approach the gate. Time to see if you have learned enough on your travels through the city to unlock the gate. I have not. You reach the other side of the clearing and scathe. You stand below the enormous doors. Let's recite the spell. You knock firmly on the door. When there is no response, you call out, I am here to open this gate. There is no response. You begin to wonder if you have been tricked, if there is no gate here at all, and this is simply an illusion painted across a solid stone wall. Suddenly you are not alone. A phantom voice issues from the woods itself. Halt, stranger, it booms. Do you know the spell which controls the gate? I do not. You reply honestly. The voice begins to laugh. Then the gate denies you, replies the voice. From across the clearing, you hear a scrabbling sound, a metal moving over stone. You look around, but see nothing. From across the clearing. Let's look at the shadows by the wall. You gaze into the shadows by the wall, expecting from the sound to see guardsmen sneaking along and dragging the points of their swords across the stone behind them, but there is nothing there. Then you hear a cry, and you whip around to see a face emerging from the well shaft in the corner of the clearing. It bears the leering, hook-toothed smile of a goblin. The creature is climbing a rope with a grappling hook attached, which is hooked over the lip of a well. That's the sound that I was hearing. I'm gonna attack. You stand your ground, one hand on your sword, your mind is searching the stars to prepare some magic. Then you see that behind this goblin is another goblin, and behind that is another. This is no survey party. The whole goblin army beneath the city is finally emerging, and while you can defeat one goblin without the slightest difficulty, even 2 or 3, the clearing is filling up fast. There are more goblins than you can count, and they are all running towards you. I'm gonna stand my ground. Hell yeah, I'm standing my ground. You stand your ground by the gate. As the first of the goblins approaches, you reach out with your sword, and the 2 of you collide into battle. Okay, so he's gonna go... I'm gonna go with a normal attack here. He's not gonna be able to get me. I'm gonna try and draw a line. I'm gonna go with a 6 over here. Please don't defend, guy. Please don't damn it. Okay. Okay, I did a little bit of damage. The creature races towards you. You try to gauge his size and sweep your sword for the creature's throat. The goblin paces back, quivering with adrenaline. I think it's gonna defend, so I'm gonna go with a small attack. I think I'm gonna die, but... Damn it. -2. That's okay, that's okay. Then the goblin is at your throat, swinging a strong lunge at your side. You feint sideways, but you can't escape in time. You stagger backwards a few steps. The creature eyeballs your stance. I'm gonna go with another small attack here. I'm actually gonna go with a 3 right there. Yeah, that was good. You jump backwards and power your blade towards his chest. By sheer luck, the goblin's sword takes some of the impact. The monster watches you intently. It's gonna go for another defense, but I'm gonna keep at it. Right there, and I'm kind of holding my power. It's okay, it's more than enough, I think, to go for a power attack. Following the goblin, you hit the creature a startling cut on the side. It turns and runs across the dirt. It flexes its sword, but looks a little tired. Okay, let's go with the... It's gonna go with a small attack right there. Perfect. Yeah. You sustain your attack on the goblin, holding your weight back. Holding your weight back, you cut across the creature's skull. Its own medium cutting sweep is no threat. The goblin is almost defeated. You dart forward and drive your sword into its side. You have defeated the goblin. You wipe your sword, spinning, about to take on the next goblin, but the others have raced around you, heading straight for the gate. And in their midst, a small figure is being propelled forward. You cannot clearly see him, but he is wearing a dull metal circlet on his brow, which he clutches as though it was keeping him safe. Their king, perhaps, but since when have goblins have a king? He is surrounded by a guard and nearly 20 goblins, as though he was indeed precious. Let's hang back. You hang back, watching as the creature nears the gate. Leaning down to the lock, he whispers something, but you cannot hear what he says. A moment later, the gate begins to move. I'm gonna run for the open gate. This is your chance to leave the city. You rush forward, waving your sword madly to clear the path through the goblins. You are nearly through, when suddenly a great cry goes up from outside the walls. Something is moving out there. I'm gonna keep moving. You keep pelting madly forward, but for once simply running madly and not waiting to look around. You are almost through the gates when you see what it is out there. An army of marched goblins, thousands of them, fully armed and stampeding into Carre. Drop to one side of the gate. In the last moment before the invading army crashes through the open gate, you drop to one side, pressing yourself breathless against the stone. They are invading the city! Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's go into the shadow. I want to be outside, not here. The invading army, marched goblins, stormed through, filling the clearing and meeting their hill cousins in a loud and violent celebration. The man in the circle at the gate cries with glee, "And you die for Carre Pickens!" he cries, clambering onto the shoulders of a nearby goblin as though about to make a speech. Quite suddenly, the goblins that are carrying him let go. He cries out as he falls to the ground. A sword goes up, slashing down. There is a scream. They have murdered their own king. What is going on here? The circlet on his head rolls to your feet. The goblins, clashing sword and shield, look towards the city with violent eyes. Go for the gate. Their attack on Carre is not your concern. Darting forward through the crowd of creatures, you head for the open gate and the backlands. I didn't take the crown because I think they would kill me. For some reason. You run for the gate, but your progress is slow. Goblins are surging in, and they are starting to organize. One, a leader of some kind, is hoisted up by the others so he can address the crowd. "Carry falls!" he screams in his guttural voice, "and every creature dies," he says. Suddenly, goblin eyes are turning on you, as if they had not seen you before. One springs forward, but there are 100 more behind. I'm gonna run for it. You cannot keep this up. Wave after wave of goblin is filling the yard. You cannot hope to kill them all with just your sword. You turn and race away into the shadows. Then a voice rings out. "Stop! There is a better way." Let's look at the speaker. You look around but can see no one. But all around you something is happening. It is as though the goblins have slowed down. Their warmongering becoming an absurd, stately dance. The noise in the clearing dulls to a low rumble. "I commanded you to stop," the voice cries, and suddenly you feel yourself held rigid. From the smoke of the torches by the gate, a figure emerges. "Who are you?" you call out. "We have not met," the figure replies. It is an old man with a long beard and deep black irised eyes. He paces through the churning goblin army to stand in the open. His legs disappear into a spectral trail. He is at least past part wraith. "Step forward," he commands, and you find yourself hidden. Hidden? Bidden, not hidden. It's a P. The goblins seem to part around you like smoke as you approach the figure. "I have aligned 3 stars, the ghostly man declares. "Vic rises tonight. The goblins show their hand tonight. But also you. You are here tonight. My name," the figure intones, "is Lorag. I was once a scholar and a noble of this city. Later, I founded it." "You founded it later?" You reply confused. "Who's this crazed shade?" I saw Carey was falling. Sansa had lost his mind and sided with the goblins. The council was in ruins. My own life was threatened. I saw that Carey needed to be saved, so I went back to remake it in a way that could be saved. And here we are now. We have been here 2 days. I have been here hundreds of years. You have been here 2 days. I have been here hundreds of years, waiting for you to bring me the spell for the gate. "But the gate is already open," you reply. "The goblins opened it. Their leader did." The figure slowly shakes his head. "The spell does not open the gate." His tone is heavy and dark, like tarred timber. "The spell controls it. And there are deep magics burned into the wood itself. Magics that have poised this city and burned like fire into the fireballs of those who live here." He stares at you, his cold black eyes expressing no emotion. "Deep magics I placed there to be used by you. Tonight, I am dead. You must act for me." "And how can I find the spell lines?" you ask. "I tried to find them, but they were too well hidden." The wizard nods. "The lines are known to 4 nobles. Lord Theta is blind and living in the wastelands of Upper Carey. Lord Mullus was a follower of the god Slang, and in his shrine near the docks of Lower Carey you may learn his name." "I will go back," you tell him. "I will try to save your city." "Know this," Lorag replies. "To go back will weaken you. A body is only made to one soul." He waits for that information to sink in. "If you will allow me," he says, "I will bend time itself, so that you may return to the city and find the spell for the gate. So, shall you take the adventure, or will you leave Carey to burn? Understand also," he adds darkly, "I will curse you and the journey to follow if you do not assist me." You hesitate. Carey is a city of traps, but also of secrets. There is still more that you might find. Can you afford to let the city port burn? I mean, I can. I don't care about these guys. I mean, no, I do care, Korga. I do care. Much jolliness and merriment and whee. Yes, I do care, man. He's gonna listen. I think so. But what does he mean that it's gonna... He meant something. No, he said something. Deep magics I place here. I can find a magic. No, this. The go back will weaken you. A body is only made to hold one soul. Oh, I'm gonna join another body? Let's continue the search then. "We need this. I will help you," you tell him. The wizard nods. "I thank you." Oh. That's okay. He raises his arm and begins the spell. The raging goblins stand like statues. You feel yourself lifting up from your body as though you have been snatched away by birdmen. As you lift into the air, you hear Lorak cry out one last piece of advice. Find the lines and find the order of the lines. Yes, I know, I need that as well. Carry dwindles beneath you and you feel your body growing weaker. What? What? Outside Carey? The fields? The necropolis? The fallen quarter? How can I find the order? Was I told where to find the order? I think so. I need to look through stuff, but we're out of time for the day, so we're gonna decide where to go on the next episode. For now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Sorcery. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.